All right, we'll get back to the notes here in section 10.1. We're talking about parametric equations. And I just wanted to show you, here's three examples. I wanted to show you, these are more kind of on the calculator. Actually, we'll use the calculator on problem 34 there. Problem 30 is a problem in the book here. And what we're supposed to do in problem 30 is match each pair of graphs of equations x equal f of t and y equal f of t in A, B, C, and D with one of the parametric equations, x equal f of t and y equal g of t, labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so there's 1, 2, and then 3 and 4. Okay, and I'm matching the things that are at A through D with 1 through 4. Okay, so well, let's see. If we start off with t equals 0, okay, and on each one of these graphs from A through D, here's the t-axis, here's the x-axis, here's the t-axis, here's the y-axis. And that's the same thing on all these graphs A through D, okay? Now, if I let t be 0 in A, if t is 0, x is 1, and if t is 0 here, y is 0. Okay, so which one of these graphs has the point 1, 0 on it? Well, not that one, not that one. This one has 1, 0. This one does not. Okay, so that means that the information in graph A has to go with graph 3, okay, which I've got there. And in part B, okay, let me again take t equals 0. If t is 0 here, x is 0. And if t is 0 here, y is 0. Okay, so which one of these graphs has the point 0, 0 on it? Okay, and I got x and y, right? Well, there's 0, 0, and let me just check and make sure that none of these others have 0, 0 listed. Okay, none of these curves are going through the point 0, 0 except for the one in graph 1. Okay, so that means that graph 1 has to be matched with the information in part B. Okay, now I'm just taking one point here, or one value, like if t equals 0. You know, if I were getting two matching graphs, I'd select another t value just to make sure I'm getting something different there. I can see which graph is which. Well, let me stick with t equals 0 for the third graph. So if t equals 0 here, x is 0 and y is 2. Okay, so which graph has the point 0, 2 on it? Not that one. We've already used that one, although that one looks like 0, 2 is there. That's not going to contain 0, 2. This one contains 0, 2. And because this one contains 0, 2 and we have not used it yet, then the information in graph 4 is going to go with the information in C. Okay? So then the last one in D, let me again take t equals 0. If t is 0 here, let's see, it looks like x is about we'll call it 1.75, maybe a little bit less than 2, right? And then if t is 0 here, looks like y is 2. Okay, so which graph contains the point 1.752? Well, let's see, we've used this one, we've used this one, we've used this one. So let me just check that this contains the point 1.75 is about right there. And then 2, yeah, that looks like that's on the graph. Okay, so the information in graph 2 is going to go with D. Okay, so that's just a matching problem, which is a problem in the book. Let's try another problem here. They want us to use the graphs of the parametric equations x equal f of t and y equal g of t to sketch the parametric curve x equal f of t and y equal g of t. Indicate on the graph with arrows the direction in which the curve is traced as t increases. Okay, so here's, suppose I'm given these graphs and I need to draw this graph, which is x and y. Okay, here's the t-axis, here's the x-axis, here's the t-axis, and here's the y-axis. Well, if t is some number that's less than -1, it looks like x is a positive number, and x is also decreasing. If t is less than -1 over here, y is a negative number, and y is increasing. Okay, so x positive means I'm to the right of the origin there, and y negative means I'm down here. Okay, now I said that x is a positive number and is decreasing, so I'm going to be getting closer to the origin, and y is a negative number and it's increasing. Okay, well that means that I'm going to be decreasing, but while I'm decreasing, I'm also heading upward, getting closer into the origin. If I let t be -1, x is 0, and y is 0 when t is -1. Okay, so we will cross the origin. Okay, so we're going to head upward there, and now we're at the origin. Okay, what if we let x or t be 0, x is 0, and y is 1? Okay, so there's the point 0, 1 on the graph. Now, if t is some number between -1 and 0, it looks like x is decreasing and then increasing. X is negative the whole time. Okay, so I'm be to the left of the origin. I'm decreasing, and then I'm increasing. Okay, so I'm decreasing and then I'm increasing. And then y, if t is a number between 0 and -1, y is increasing and positive the whole way. Okay, so y is going to be heading upward. And I said that x is decreasing. So we're going to go to the left of the origin, and then we're going to go to the right of the origin until we get to the point 0, 1. Okay, so and then if t is 1, x is 0, and y is 0. Okay, so I'm going to cross the origin again. Okay, so I'm going to go like this, and right now I'm at that point. I know I'm going to cross the origin for a second time. And let's see, if t is between 0 and 1, it looks like x is increasing and then decreasing. X is positive the whole time, right? So we're going to be to the right of the origin. We're increasing, and then we're decreasing. Okay, so we're going to go to the right and then to the left. And then t being between 0 and 1 over here means that y is also positive. Y is decreasing though. Okay, so y positive means that I'm above the x-axis and I'm decreasing, so I'm getting closer and closer to 0. Okay, well again, x is going to be increasing and then decreasing. So basically we're going to create a little loop here, and we'll touch the point which is the origin for the second time. If t is bigger than 1, then x is going to be negative and decreasing. If t is bigger than 1 here, y is going to be negative and decreasing. Okay, so x and y both negative means I'm in quadrant 3. X negative and decreasing, y negative and decreasing means I'm heading downward and outward towards the left. Okay. Now remember that when you draw a parametric curve, you have to indicate the arrows on the graph from how this was traced out. So we're starting off in quadrant 4. We come through the origin, and we're in quadrant 2, and we go through the point 0, 1, make a little loop, and we touch the origin again. Okay, and then we head downward and outward towards the left into quadrant 3. Okay. And I've got kind of the selection values that I used here and what's happening for each one of these graphs. Okay, so there's a couple problems like this in this section, you know, where you're drawing a parametric curve. Now, I don't have the equations, you know, I didn't need those. I'm just observing what's happening with the values of x and y and tracing out this curve. Okay. Let's see. The next one is problem 34, and let's see. So in problem 34, I'm supposed to match these parametric equations with the graphs in 1 through 6. Okay, so here's the graphs 1 through 6. Okay, and now here's how I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm intending for this to be a calculator problem, and let's see. On the calculator, I'll have to change the mode of the calculator. So if I turn the calculator on and hit mode, I want to make sure that I'm in parametric mode. Okay, so right now you're probably in function mode, and go ahead and highlight parametric mode, and then hit enter. Okay, and then now if I go to y equals, I can type in the parametric equations. So let's see, in the first one, I had x equal t to the fourth minus t plus 1, and y equals t squared. Okay, so let's see, I'll go ahead and type that in now. The t button is right here. Okay, it's the same button that you'd hit for x. So I'm going to hit t to the fourth minus t plus 1. Okay, and then hit enter. And then for the y, I got t squared. Okay, so that's what I had there. And then now just to make sure that the window settings, those will be important here. So let's see, for this problem, I have the window set at -4 to 4 on both the axes, and I'm having the t values go from -pi to pi. Now, if I'm not seeing the entire graph, I'd want to adjust the t values, okay, the t min and t max. So I'm going from -pi to pi. Okay, the t-step, never mess with the t-step. That's a default setting in your calculator. Okay, and then let's see, the x min, you want to set that to be -4, and the x max is set that to be 4. The x scale, you set that to be 1, and for the same thing with the y values here. So the y min is going to go from -4, the y max is going to go to 4, and the y scale is going to be at -1. Okay. So then if I hit graph, let's see, so which curve has that graph there? Well, let's see, so it looks like it's going to be this one. Okay, so the information in graph 5 is going to go with A. Okay. So I've got that. Now the next one here, we have x equal t squared minus 2t, y equals the square root of t. Okay, so go ahead and type that in. So we got y equals, let's see, it's t squared minus 2t. Okay, and then I'll delete that. And then for the y values, we got root t. Okay, and then the graph. Okay, so which curve has that? This graph. Well, it looks like 1. And just to check that none of the others look kind of like that. The information in 1. Okay, so my answer then for that one is going to be let's see. So 1 is going to go with B, the information there in B. Okay. So now I want to know which graph is going to be matched with the next one. So let's go ahead and type in C. All right. And let's see. I got y equals. We have t cubed minus 2t, and then t squared minus t, and we'll go ahead and graph that. And so it looks like the information 2. Okay, so 2 is going to be matched with the information C there, looks like. Okay. So then, well, the next one, it looks like the other 3 are some trig ones here. Oops. So, and let's see. Y equals, if I go cosine of 5t, and again, if I'm not seeing the entire curve, like I'd want to adjust the t min and max there just to see everything. Okay, I got cosine 5t and then sine of 2t. And we'll go ahead and graph that. Okay, so which one has that one? Looks like the information in graph 6. Okay, so let's see, graph 6 is going to go with D, and the next one here, we have, we're on E, so we got, let's see, we got t plus sine 4t, oops, sine 4t, okay, and then t squared plus cosine 3t. Okay, and hit enter. Go ahead and graph that. Okay, so which one of these? I'm gonna go with that one. Looks like the information there in 4, excuse me. So 4 is going to go with E. Okay, and the last one then, F, is going to go with 3. Okay, and so you can plug that in there. Okay. All right. Now there's some things on the calculator. We'll do some more things on the calculator in the next video. Like a lot of what I'm doing here is paper pencil. Some things like some curves look really difficult when you're in parametric mode, and so it's going to be convenient for you to know your calculator, know how to use it, and things like that. Okay. So we'll go ahead and stop the video right there, and I'll here's the homework on page 668, and we'll take a look at the next one there.